Life at its core is a call to celebration. Even in the quietest moments, when it feels like the world around us is standing still, there is a divine orchestra playing behind the scenes. Each breath, every heartbeat serves as a reminder that we are immersed in an ongoing miracle. Yet, so often we forget to acknowledge the gift of the present moment. Caught in the chains of routine, waiting for something grander, we miss the magic of the now. But this moment, the one you're experiencing right now, is a turning point. Not by chance, but by purpose. Celebration is an expression of faith. When you choose to celebrate, you're acknowledging that there's something greater at work in your life, even if it isn't yet visible to the eyes. It's like lighting a candle in the darkness, trusting that its glow will illuminate the path. Celebration is the external manifestation of internal gratitude, and gratitude, in turn, is the language of the divine. When you celebrate, you send a message to the universe, a declaration that you trust the process, recognize the seeds you've sown, and believe in the harvest yet to come. And when we think about it, celebration doesn't have to be grand or elaborate. It can be as simple as a sigh of relief, a smile toward the sky, or a moment of stillness to acknowledge what is subtly blooming. Each small act of celebration is an act of creation, a reminder that even when challenges pile up, there is something unshakable within us, something that knows we are exactly where we're meant to be. Today, you're being called to recognize that this is the perfect moment to celebrate. Not for what is yet to come, but for what already is. Every step you've taken, every choice you've made, has been guided by a greater force. It doesn't matter how many times you've stumbled or how many detours you've taken. You are here, and that alone is reason enough to rejoice. Every experience, whether joyful or challenging, has shaped you in ways you might not yet fully understand. Allow yourself to feel the joy of knowing you are part of something much greater than yourself. That every detail of your journey has been orchestrated with purpose. That no tear has been wasted, and no smile has been in vain. Everything is aligned, and everything is moving in the right direction. Celebration is not merely a reaction to what is visible, but a proclamation of faith in what is still being revealed. When you celebrate, you make space for even more good to manifest in your life. There is something profoundly mysterious and beautiful in the way the universe communicates. It speaks in a silent language, full of signs and synchronicities, gently reminding us that we are never alone. These signs are not coincidences. They are subtle messages, quiet divine whispers saying, "You are on the right path." Every unexpected encounter, every repeated number, every unexplainable déjà vu moment is part of a cosmic choreography. It's as though the universe is constantly aligning the pieces to guide us where we need to be. To recognize these synchronicities, we must be present. When we are caught up in the rush or the constant noise, we can easily overlook them. But when we slow down and let our intuition lead, we begin to notice how everything around us is interconnected. Perhaps you're thinking of someone, and moments later they send you a message. Or you're wrestling with a question, and as you open a random book, the exact phrase you needed to read leaps out at you. These moments are not accidents. They are affirmations that a higher intelligence is organizing every detail. Synchronicity is an invitation to trust. It's the universe's way of showing us that even the most ordinary events hold profound purpose. Think of a puzzle piece. On its own, it might seem insignificant, but when placed in the right spot, it reveals its importance to the whole. So, too, is every synchronicity in our lives. Each small sign is a piece that will eventually fit perfectly into the grand design. These signs also invite us to ask questions. Why did this happen now? What is this moment trying to teach me? It's not about seeking immediate answers, but about creating space for intuition to guide us. In this process of questioning and trusting, we find direction. Synchronicity isn't just about receiving messages, it's about being willing to listen and act on them. When we learn to recognize these messages, our lives are transformed. We start to see beauty in situations that might have once frustrated us. We notice opportunities where we once saw obstacles. We realize that even the pain we endure carries important lessons, connecting us to something greater. The universe is always speaking, and when we pay attention, we're led on a path full of purpose and meaning. Within every human being, there is a universe in constant transformation. Even when everything around us seems static, there's a subtle dance occurring within, shaping and refining our essence. Internal transformation is one of existence's greatest miracles because it aligns us with the divine. Often we don't notice this change as it happens. It's like a pearl forming inside an oyster, a silent yet incredibly powerful process. This internal growth calls us to celebrate not only external victories but also the small, unseen changes within us. Recognizing how far we've come, even during challenging times, aligns our soul with divine purpose. Every time we choose love over fear, faith over doubt, we take a step closer to our true essence. Internal celebration is more than a practice of gratitude, it's an affirmation. It's like declaring to the universe that we're aware of who we are becoming and that we embrace our role in this divine process. When you look back and realize you've overcome battles that once seemed impossible, it's not just a personal victory, it's a testament to the universe's constant support, equipping you with the tools needed for growth. This transformation teaches us to love imperfections. Just as a sculptor sees beauty in a block of raw stone, the divine sees potential in every part of who we are. The edges being smoothed, the wounds being healed, all contribute to the masterpiece we're becoming. Recognizing this within ourselves is one of the most profound acts of celebration. Internal transformation prepares us for external blessings. Before the universe gives us something grand, it shapes us to receive it. This is why we sometimes feel like we're in a period of waiting or preparation. It's not a delay, it's refinement. When we learn to honor this time and find value in the process, we grow stronger and more connected to our purpose. The energy of positive expectancy is a state of mind that transforms how we interact with the world and the divine. It's like planting a seed with absolute confidence that it will bloom at the right time, even if all we see now is bare soil. Living with this energy aligns us with the universe's natural flow, creating space for blessings to manifest in unexpected and extraordinary ways. Letting go of control is one of the most challenging steps on this journey. We are taught to plan, predict, and keep everything within our grasp. However, the greatest blessings often come in unexpected ways and at unforeseen moments. When we release the need for control, we make space for the divine to operate without the limitations imposed by our own fears and expectations. Receptivity unlocks the flow of abundance because it aligns us with universal energy. Think of it as a river that flows continuously. When we resist, we create dams that block the natural movement of the water. But when we relax and allow, the river follows its course, nourishing everything around it. The same is true for blessings. They flow to those who are open to receiving them. The practice of gratitude is a powerful way to cultivate this energy of receptivity. When we give thanks for the little things, for what we already have, and even for what is yet to come, we tell the universe that we are ready. We signal that we trust divine timing and welcome blessings with an open heart. Receiving also requires vulnerability. Often, it is easier to give than to receive because giving places us in a position of control. Receiving, on the other hand, requires humility and the willingness to acknowledge that we are deserving. It is an admission that we don't have to do everything alone, that there is a higher force that wants to sustain and guide us. On the journey of receiving, it is important to remember that we are not merely passive recipients. The blessings we receive are not only for our personal benefit but also so that we can share them with the world. Receiving is part of a greater cycle of giving and receiving, where each act of gratitude and generosity feeds the universal flow of abundance. Today ask yourself, am I truly open to receiving? Am I willing to let go of my expectations and trust that what is meant for me will find its way to me? Remember that receiving is not a sign of weakness but of connection to the divine. It is an act of faith that invites us to live in harmony with the universal flow, knowing that everything we need is already on its way. Celebration is a powerful force, an act that not only acknowledges blessings but also activates them. When we celebrate, we declare to the universe that we are ready for more, that we trust in divine abundance, and that we are grateful for what we have already received. Celebration is not just a reflection of faith, it is a channel through which the flow of positive energy is intensified and expanded. In celebrating, you become a vibrant point of light, radiating a frequency of joy and gratitude that attracts even more blessings. It is like lighting a flame in the midst of darkness, a flame that not only illuminates but also warms and transforms everything around it. This is the power of celebration. It does not wait for final blessings. It celebrates the journey, the small steps, the lessons learned, and even the challenges that shape us. Faith is the foundation of true celebration. Often, we face moments of uncertainty where answers seem distant and promises delayed. It is in these moments that celebration becomes an act of spiritual courage. To celebrate before seeing the final result is an act of supreme trust, a declaration that you believe in the faithfulness of the divine plan. When you celebrate, you dissolve the barriers of doubt and resistance. Resistance is like a wall that blocks the flow of abundance, while celebration is like a door that opens, inviting the universe to work freely. Celebration is the antidote to scarcity because it affirms that you are already whole, that you already have everything you need within you. But celebration is not just an individual practice. It is also a tool for connection. When we celebrate together, we create a collective energy field that amplifies our faith and attracts blessings not only for ourselves but for everyone around us. This is why celebration is so powerful. It transforms communities, inspires hearts, and uplifts souls. Today, take a moment to celebrate. It doesn't have to be something grand. It can be a simple gesture of gratitude, a prayer of praise, or a moment of silence in which you recognize the beauty of the journey. Celebrate the fact that you are here, that you are learning, growing, and moving forward. Celebrate the fact that each step, no matter how small it seems, is a reflection of your faith and your commitment to your higher purpose. As you celebrate, remember that you are activating a powerful energy, clearing the way for the universe to operate in ways beyond your imagination. Trust that celebration is a seed planted in fertile soil, one that will bring abundant fruits at the right time. Allow yourself to feel the joy of the present moment and celebrate not only what is to come but also who you already are. This interconnection invites us to reflect on our responsibility to the world. When we recognize that our actions have an impact, we begin to act with greater awareness and intention. From how we treat others to the choices we make to care for the environment, everything is interconnected. This understanding motivates us to be caretakers, not just of our own lives but of all creation. There is also a lesson in humility within the philosophy of interconnection. It reminds us that while we are unique, we are not separate. Every victory we achieve results from contributions we often do not perceive, be it from people, nature, or the unseen forces operating in the universe. This invites us to cultivate gratitude and to see the beauty in the small acts that sustain our existence. Interconnection also gives us strength. When facing challenges, we can remember that we are not alone. There is an invisible network of support, both earthly and spiritual, working to help us overcome. Sometimes this help comes in the form of people entering our lives at just the right moment. Other times, it appears as sudden inspiration or synchronicity guiding us where we need to be. Today, as you reflect on your journey, ask yourself, how are my actions contributing to the world around me? What kind of energy am I sending out to the collective? Knowing that you are part of something greater can bring a sense of purpose and belonging that transcends any momentary circumstance. The truth is that every conscious choice, every positive thought, and every act of love strengthens this web that connects us. And as more of us begin to live with this awareness, we can create a world where harmony and unity are not just ideas but tangible realities. The practice of internal celebration is an invitation to recognize the grandeur that already exists within you. It is a gesture of silent gratitude, a moment in which you honor yourself and the universe for the path traveled and the lessons learned. When we celebrate internally, we send a message to the divine that we are open to receiving more. It is like lighting a flame of acceptance and faith that illuminates not only our steps but also the path of others around us. This practice does not require an external event or a special occasion. It is a state of being, a choice to vibrate in gratitude even when the results are not yet visible. Imagine a tree that blooms without worrying whether someone is admiring its flowers. It celebrates its existence simply by being aligned with its essence. So too should our internal celebration be, a pure manifestation of who we are regardless of external circumstances. There are small ways to nurture this internal celebration every day. One simple yet powerful practice is proactive gratitude. Instead of only thanking for blessings already received, thank for what is yet to come, as if it has already happened. This is not just an exercise in optimism, it is a way to align your energy with what you wish to manifest. By practicing proactive gratitude, you are telling the universe, I trust the divine flow and am ready to receive. Another way to solidify this internal celebration is through small rituals that connect you to your spiritual essence. Perhaps it is a morning meditation where you sit in silence, listening to the wisdom of your soul. Maybe it is writing in a journal, recording your thoughts, hopes, and reflections. Or perhaps it is a moment of contemplation outdoors, feeling the wind, hearing the birds, and recognizing that you are part of something much greater. These moments of internal celebration do not need to be long or elaborate. What matters most is the intention behind them. When you take time to honor your journey, you are telling the universe that you value each step, each lesson, and each moment. This vibration of appreciation creates a magnetic field that attracts even more reasons to celebrate. Internal celebration is also a way to reconnect with your faith. In moments of doubt, remember that celebrating does not mean denying challenges but choosing to see beyond them. It is a reminder that you are greater than any obstacle and that there is a divine force working behind the scenes to align all things in your favor. Ask yourself, how can I celebrate my journey today? What small acts can I perform to nurture my connection with the divine and myself? Sometimes the answer lies in something as simple as a smile, a positive thought, or a conscious pause to appreciate the present moment. The practice of internal celebration is, in fact, a form of spiritual resistance in a world that often teaches us to focus only on what is lacking. By choosing to celebrate, you are reclaiming your power and reaffirming your connection with the universe. You are saying, I see the beauty in my journey, and I know the best is yet to come. The transition from the energy of waiting to the energy of receiving is one of the most important steps in the spiritual journey. Often we spend much of our lives waiting for something, a response, a change, a blessing. But there comes a moment when we must stop waiting and start receiving. And receiving is not a passive act but an active openness to the divine flow of abundance that has always been available to us. The energy of receiving begins with surrender, not surrender as giving up, but as a deep trust that the universe knows exactly what it is doing. It is the moment when we let go of the need to control the details and accept that there is a greater plan at work. When you release control, you create space for the divine to operate without resistance. It is like opening the windows of a house to let in sunlight and fresh air. The house has always been ready to be illuminated, but the windows needed to be opened. This transition requires courage because trusting often means moving forward without all the answers. But it is in this openness that the miracle unfolds. What once seemed impossible begins to take shape with unexpected grace. Suddenly, doors open, opportunities arise, and you realize you held the key all along. You just needed to shift your energy from waiting to receiving. The energy of receiving is also deeply tied to gratitude. When you give thanks not only for what you already have but also for what you know is on its way, you declare your faith in the divine flow. Gratitude is the language of the universe, and by expressing it, you align your heart with the rhythm of creation. It is like tuning into the right frequency on a radio. You adjust your vibration to receive the correct broadcast. A simple practice to activate this energy is visualization. Close your eyes and imagine yourself receiving exactly what you desire. See yourself accepting it with joy and gratitude as if it were already a reality. Allow yourself to feel the emotions that come with this realization: relief, joy, fulfillment. This practice is not just fantasy. It is an invitation to the universe to bring into existence what has already been planted in the soil of your faith. However, receiving also requires you to be prepared. Ask yourself, am I truly ready for what I am asking for? Often we want changes in our lives but have not created space for them. To receive a blessing, you must be willing to let go of what no longer serves you. This might mean releasing limiting beliefs, relationships that drain your energy, or habits that are not aligned with who you are becoming. Receiving is also an act of humility. It means acknowledging that you deserve to be blessed, not because you have done something to earn it, but because you are an extension of the divine and, by nature, worthy of all good things. Many times we feel guilty or ashamed when receiving, as if it were selfish or arrogant. But remember, by accepting the blessings offered to you, you honor not only yourself but also the divine giver. Finally, the energy of receiving is an invitation to live in the present. When you stop waiting and begin to receive, you realize that everything that truly matters is already here, now. Love, peace, joy, these are not things you need to achieve or seek. They are gifts that already reside within you, waiting for you to open your arms and accept them. In this moment, ask yourself, what am I ready to receive? How can I open my heart and mind to the blessings that are already on their way? And remember that every step taken in the energy of receiving is an act of faith, a testament to your trust in the divine plan. Remember also that celebration is not just for ourselves. When we celebrate, we create a ripple of positive energy that extends beyond us. Our actions, thoughts, and emotions impact the collective. Every personal celebration contributes to raising the world's vibration. It's like tossing a stone into a still lake and watching the waves expand in all directions. So, ask yourself, how can I bring more celebration into my life today? Maybe it's acknowledging a small victory you've overlooked or expressing gratitude for something that seemed insignificant but brought you joy. Perhaps it's as simple as waking up, taking a deep breath, and recognizing the miracle of being alive. When you celebrate, you activate. When you activate, you manifest. And when you manifest, you honor the divine purpose that resides within you. Celebration is an essential step, but its true power is revealed in a state of full receptivity. Here's where many people get confused. They believe receiving is a passive act when in truth, it is profoundly active. Receiving requires courage, surrender, and above all, trust. The energy of waiting must give way to the energy of receiving, a subtle but transformative shift. When you wait, there is a gap between you and what you desire. It's like standing at a window wondering when something will arrive. But when you are in a state of reception, it's like opening the door and saying, "I'm ready. Come in." This transition is crucial because it shifts you from being an observer to becoming an active participant in the divine flow. Receiving also requires letting go of control. It's natural to want to plan every detail, calculate every step, and imagine how everything should unfold. But the truth is, the universe operates with wisdom far beyond our comprehension. By loosening the reins and trusting the flow, we create space for the unexpected, and often the best, to happen. This surrender doesn't mean giving up. On the contrary, it is a profound act of faith. It's an affirmation that you believe everything is being divinely taken care of, even if you can't see the full picture. It's like planting a seed. You don't need to dig it up daily to check if it's sprouting. You simply trust that nature is doing its work. Receptivity also involves preparing your heart to receive. Often, we yearn for blessings but don't create the internal space for them to flourish. We are so full of worries, doubts, and resistance that we fail to recognize opportunities when they arise. Clearing this inner space is essential to allow the new to enter. This can be done through practices like meditation, prayer, or simply reflecting on what you're holding onto that needs to be released. Another crucial aspect of receiving is gratitude in advance. When you give thanks before receiving, you align your vibration with your desired outcome. It's like tuning a radio frequency. You adjust it until it matches what you want to hear. Gratitude is this tuning. It transforms waiting into a dance with the universe, where every step is marked by trust and joy. Receiving is also a practice of humility. It means acknowledging that you can't do everything alone and that a higher power is working in your favor. It's about opening yourself to help, support, and abundance, which you might often resist accepting. When you allow the universe to sustain you, you're saying, "I am worthy. I'm loved. I am part of something greater." So, how can you cultivate the energy of reception in your life? Start by observing where you are still holding on to control. Ask yourself, am I truly ready to receive, or am I just waiting? Identify areas where you can let go, trust, and make room for the unexpected. Remember, receptivity is not weakness but strength. It is the act of aligning with the divine flow and allowing it to carry you to where you need to be. Receiving is an act of courage. It's a declaration to the universe that you are ready for all it has in store for you. And by embracing this energy, you become a channel through which abundance, love, and light can flow freely. Celebration is much more than an expression of joy. It is a powerful tool of activation. When you celebrate, something magical happens. Your energy shifts, and this change has the power to open doors that were once closed. Celebration is faith in motion, a way of telling the universe that you believe in the flow of blessings and are ready to receive them. There is a specific frequency in celebration, a vibration that elevates everything it touches. When you celebrate, you create a space within yourself where the divine can act more fully. It's as if, by dancing with joy, you invite the universe to dance with you. This partnership, this shared movement, creates an energetic field so powerful that nothing remains unchanged. But celebration is not something you do only when everything is going well. In fact, the true power of celebration lies in using it as a tool during uncertain or difficult times. It is in these moments that celebration becomes an act of faith, a reminder that even if you cannot see the entire path, you know it exists and is being revealed. Think of the great miracles in history, the moments when the impossible became possible. They didn't happen in silence but in a vibrant field of energy created by celebration. When the walls of Jericho fell, it wasn't because the people were silent or hesitant but because they raised their voices in celebration. It was the power of this vibration that broke down physical and spiritual barriers. Celebration activates faith because it places us in a state of positive expectation. When we celebrate, we're saying, I believe, I trust, I know something greater is at work. This energy is contagious both for the universe and for those around us. It creates a ripple effect, spreading light and hope wherever it goes. Celebration also connects us to the present moment, which is essential for activating the divine flow. Often, we are so focused on the future or stuck in the past that we forget that the only moment we truly have is now. And it is in the now that life happens, that blessings manifest. Celebration anchors us in the present and reminds us that it is here, in this very instant, that the miracle is being created. So, how can you incorporate celebration as a spiritual practice? Start by recognizing the small victories. Don't wait for the big moment to raise your hands in gratitude. Celebrate the simple fact that you are here, breathing, with the opportunity to start anew. Each day is a gift, and every step, no matter how small, is progress. Create your own rituals of celebration. Dance, sing, write in a gratitude journal, or simply close your eyes and visualize all that you are thankful for. Invite others to celebrate with you because shared celebration has a multiplying effect. When two or more people come together in celebration, the energetic field they create is exponentially stronger. Remember, celebration is a choice. It's not something dependent on external circumstances but an internal decision to align with the energy of abundance and joy. It's a state of being that transcends limitations and clears the way for what is possible. Celebration is an activation, a portal to the next phase of your journey. By embracing it, you are telling the universe that you are ready for what is to come. You are declaring that you believe in the good that is unfolding and trust in the process. And in doing so, you become a bright light, illuminating the path not only for yourself but for everyone around you. It is essential to remember that preparation for this great opportunity does not happen solely on the external plane but primarily within ourselves. The universe only delivers what we are ready to receive. Every challenge faced so far has served to strengthen, teach, and refine us, much like fire purifies gold. Through this process, we become capable of carrying the blessings that are to come. The great opportunity is not just a gift, it is also a responsibility. When it arrives, we are called to use it in a way that honors our higher purpose. This might mean sharing our talents, helping others, or simply living authentically and in alignment with our essence. At its core, the opportunity is an invitation to expand our light and fulfill the role we were meant to play. But how can we know if this opportunity has already arrived or is about to? The signs are always present, speaking to us through intuitions, dreams, and events that defy logic. When something resonates deeply in your heart, even if it seems challenging or out of reach, pay attention. It may be the confirmation that the moment you have been waiting for is before you. And when that moment manifests, celebrate it fully. Allow yourself to feel the joy and gratitude of knowing that every piece of the puzzle has been placed in its rightful position. This celebration is not just a reward but a way to further align with the universe's energy, which responds to our enthusiasm and gratitude. The great opportunity is a powerful reminder that we are being guided, even when we cannot see the road ahead. It shows us that a higher force is taking care of every detail, preparing us for our moment to bloom. Trust this process. Trust that the universe knows exactly what it's doing and that everything is unfolding according to the divine plan. The importance of embracing change lies in the fact that it is the only constant in the human journey. The universe operates in cycles, and each change represents an invitation to align with these natural rhythms. Yet, we often resist change, seeking comfort in familiar zones, even when they no longer serve us. This resistance often stems from fear of the unknown, but change, in its essence, is a divine call to grow beyond what we believe is possible. When we face moments of transition, it may feel as though we are losing something important, but in reality, we are being prepared for something greater. It is like a caterpillar entering its cocoon, seemingly losing its form but in truth transforming into the butterfly it was always meant to become. Inside the cocoon there is darkness and solitude, but also an invisible process of building wings. Change in our lives works the same way, a period of internal reconstruction that prepares us to soar higher. The discomfort of change is not a sign that something is wrong but evidence that we are being challenged to step out of the old and embrace the new. It is within this discomfort that we find the deepest lessons that shape us and connect us to our true essence. Every change, no matter how small, carries within it the opportunity to align with the purpose the universe has set for us. It is important to remember that while change is inevitable, how we face it is a choice. We can resist it, fearing what lies ahead, or we can open ourselves to the process, trusting that something greater is guiding every step. When we choose to embrace change, it ceases to be a destructive force and becomes an ally on our growth journey. Embracing change requires faith, not just in the universe but also in ourselves. It is a reminder that we are capable of facing any challenge and that within us lies an unshakable strength that sustains us even through the fiercest storms. This strength is a reflection of the divine connection we carry within, a thread that ties us to a greater purpose. By accepting change, we make room for new possibilities to emerge. This means letting go of what no longer serves us, whether it be beliefs, patterns, or relationships, and opening our hands to receive what is meant to elevate us. We cannot hold on to the past and embrace the future at the same time. It is necessary to trust the flow of life and allow it to take us where we need to be. Change does not just transform what is around us but also reshapes us from within. It teaches us resilience, adaptability, and how to see the world with fresh eyes. Every time we face change, we grow stronger, wiser, and more connected to who we truly are. So when change knocks on your door, welcome it with courage and gratitude. See it as a divine messenger bringing the keys to the next chapter of your journey. Trust that even if the path seems uncertain, it is leading you exactly where you need to be. The higher purpose behind every change is revealed when we begin to see the events of our lives not as isolated coincidences but as part of a tapestry carefully woven by the divine. In every transition there is a lesson, a message, and an opportunity. At times, these lessons are disguised as challenges, and it is easy to lose sight of the greater purpose when we are in the midst of the storm. However, when we look back, we realize that every change brought us one step closer to our essence and our true purpose. External changes often reflect what is happening within us. They act as mirrors, showing us areas that need attention, healing, and transformation. A relationship ending might reveal the need to love ourselves more fully. Losing a job might direct us toward a career that aligns more closely with our passion and mission. Every external transformation is, in fact, an invitation to look inward and align our lives with the truth of who we are. This connection between change and purpose often becomes clear only with time. In the moment of transition, it can feel as though everything is falling apart. But with patience and trust, we come to see that it was not our life falling apart but the limitations that held us back from growth. Change comes to free us from the old and create space for the new. When we view change from this perspective, it stops being something to fear and becomes something to be grateful for. Each change is a chance to become more authentic, to live a life more aligned with our purpose, and to reconnect with the divine. It is as if God is giving us a blank page, a new beginning, to write a story that is truer to our soul. The purpose behind every change is also tied to the impact we can have on the world around us. When we transform everything around us. Our light expands, touching the lives of those we encounter and creating waves of change that extend far beyond what we can imagine. Thus, every change we face is not just about us but also about the role we play in the grand divine plan. Therefore, when facing changes, it is essential to ask, what is this trying to teach me? How can this align me more with my purpose? And how can I use this experience to serve the world more meaningfully? These questions help us see changes not as interruptions but as essential parts of our spiritual journey. Each change is a reminder that we are beings in constant evolution. We are not defined by who we were yesterday but by the infinite potential within us. And it is through change that this potential is awakened, refined, and revealed. So embrace every change with an open heart, knowing that it is part of a greater plan always working for your good. Trust that even when things seem confusing or painful, there is a sacred purpose behind it all, guiding you toward a life of deeper meaning, joy, and spiritual connection. Practice celebration as an activation. Don't wait for big achievements or extraordinary moments. Celebrate today. Celebrate now. Celebrate the simple fact of being here, of having come this far, of being part of a greater plan that is unfolding. Celebrate your small victories, your silent struggles, your internal achievements. And as you celebrate, visualize everything that is yet to come. Feel the emotion of already having received, of already living the fullness you desire. Be like the farmer who dances under the starry sky, knowing the harvest is guaranteed. Allow your celebration to activate the movement of blessings in your life. Because when we celebrate, we create space for the universe to work miracles, for God to manifest His grace in ways beyond what we can imagine. As you begin to embrace celebration as a form of activation, a subtle yet transformative shift occurs. You stop waiting to receive and start living in the energy of receptivity. The journey of receiving is as meaningful as planting and waiting. It is, at its essence, an art that requires openness, trust, and a heart willing to welcome what the universe has prepared. Receiving is not a passive act. It is an active posture of acceptance. Often, we resist the act of receiving out of fear of unworthiness, doubts about our ability to manage what is given, or an unconscious attachment to control. But by resisting, we interrupt the divine flow, as if closing the doors to blessings already on their way. To receive, it is necessary to let go. Let go of fear, let go of the need for control, let go of rigid expectations of how blessings should appear. Imagine a plant struggling against the wind, trying to keep its leaves still. The wind is not its enemy, it is what brings movement, pollination, and growth. Similarly, when we relax and allow ourselves to flow with what life offers, we realize that every gust, every change in direction, is guiding us towards something greater. Receiving means trusting that what comes to us is exactly what we need at that moment, even if it's not what we imagined. It is recognizing that there is a purpose in every blessing, every opportunity, every challenge that comes our way. The act of receiving requires humility, reminding us that we are not in absolute control but are co-creators in partnership with something infinitely greater. The transition from waiting to receiving also requires patience and presence. While waiting, we are often focused on the future, anxious for the moment when everything will be perfect. But true reception happens in the present, when we are fully aware of what is before us and willing to embrace it with gratitude. Patience teaches us to trust in divine timing, and presence helps us to notice the small miracles already happening. Consider the metaphor of a full cup. For new blessings to be poured into your life, you must first empty the cup of old beliefs, fears, and patterns. The act of receiving begins with the willingness to release what no longer serves, creating space for the new. This cleansing is not only external but also internal, allowing you to receive with a light and open heart. The journey of receiving also involves the practice of anticipatory gratitude. When you give thanks for what has not yet arrived, you vibrate at the frequency of reception. It's like opening the windows of your soul and allowing light to enter, even before the sun has risen. Gratitude is not just a response, it is an invitation, a signal to the universe that you are ready to welcome what is destined for you. Additionally, the act of receiving is deeply tied to worthiness. Many of us carry limiting beliefs that make us doubt our worthiness to receive. But it is essential to remember that you are worthy, not because of what you do but because of who you are. You are part of the divine plan, and the universe desires to bless you abundantly. Recognizing this is not an act of selfishness but of alignment with the truth of your essence. When you receive, something magical happens. You are not only blessed but you also become a blessing. The flow of receiving and giving is continuous, like a river that never stops flowing. By receiving with gratitude, you fill yourself with energy and inspiration to share, impact, and multiply blessings around you. Allow yourself to receive. Let go of doubts, fears, and control. Open yourself to the abundance waiting to enter your life. Trust that you are in the right place at the right time to embrace everything the universe has prepared for you. And as you receive, remember that every blessing carries a mission, to bring light not only to your life but also to the world. Celebration is not merely an expression of joy, it is an activation. When you celebrate, you move energies, open portals, and create a space for the divine to work in your life. Celebration is a declaration to the universe that you trust, believe, and are ready to welcome the blessings on their way. No matter how small the reason, celebration is a way to honor the process and activate the flow of abundance. Think of how the vibration of celebration instantly transforms the environment. When we celebrate, whether through music that inspires us, a prayer of gratitude, or even a genuine smile, something changes within us and around us. This energy is contagious and attracts the best the universe has to offer. Celebration is faith in action, a way of showing that even without seeing the final result, you believe it is on its way. However, celebration does not need to be reserved only for grand moments of victory. The true magic lies in celebrating small achievements, the silent steps that often go unnoticed. When you celebrate small progress, you are recognizing the value of every step along the way regardless of its size. And by doing so, You amplify the energy of gratitude and multiply opportunities for growth and manifestation. Celebration is also an act of trust. When you celebrate even before seeing the result, you are declaring that you believe in the divine plan. You are saying, I trust that everything is working in my favor, even if I cannot yet see it clearly. This trust activates a powerful flow, breaking barriers of doubt and fear and opening the way for the universe to manifest its best in your life. Additionally, celebration is a healing tool. Many times, we carry emotional weights that prevent us from seeing the positive side of life. Celebration is a way to release these burdens, to remember that even amidst challenges, there is always something to be grateful for. It is a reminder that light always finds a way to shine, even in the darkest moments. And when we talk about activation, it is important to remember that celebration is not just for you. By celebrating, you raise your own vibration and simultaneously impact those around you. Your positive energy becomes a beacon, inspiring others to connect with their own light. Imagine the collective power that arises when a group of people celebrates together, with aligned intentions and open hearts. Faith is the central element of celebration as activation. Without faith, celebration can seem empty, a mere attempt to generate enthusiasm. But with faith, it becomes a spiritual declaration, an alliance with the divine. It is like saying, I celebrate because I know something wonderful is happening, even if it is still invisible. And it is at this moment that the invisible begins to become visible. So celebrate today. Celebrate the simple fact of being here, reading these words, with an open heart and a willingness to transform your life. Celebrate the fact that even on difficult days you continue moving forward. Celebrate the dreams still taking shape, trusting that they are being carefully molded by the universe. Celebration is a powerful spiritual practice, an invitation for the divine to move in your life in ways you cannot even imagine. So dance, sing, smile. Find reasons to be grateful and celebrate every day. Because every celebration, no matter how small, is a seed planted in the soil of abundance. And these seeds, watered by faith and gratitude, will bloom into blessings that will transform your life. As we conclude this journey, it is essential to recognize the role of celebration in your life as something deeper than a momentary act of joy. Celebration is a commitment to trust, a declaration to the universe that you are ready to receive. It is a reminder that you are connected to something far greater, a divine plan that works continuously in your favor, even when the results are not yet visible. Now, take a moment to reflect on your journey so far. Think of the moments when you overcame challenges that seemed impossible. Think of the times when support came from unexpected places or when a simple decision opened doors you never imagined. These are the moments that show the universe is always orchestrating something greater for you. And now, in this moment of celebration, you are called to recognize that none of this was by chance but part of a carefully designed divine plan to lead you to your purpose. Life is a series of cycles, of sowing and harvesting, of waiting and manifestation. Celebration is like the water that nourishes the seeds planted with faith. By celebrating, you nurture the soil of your life and allow blessings to grow and flourish. You align with the flow of abundance and allow positive energy to circulate freely, attracting what is rightfully yours by divine design. But celebration is also a call to action. It is not enough to wait. It is necessary to act with faith and determination, knowing that your actions, big or small, have a profound impact. Celebrate but also move forward. Step forward with courage, knowing that every step is being guided by a greater force. Your light is not just for you but to illuminate the paths of those around you. Now, I invite you to share this message with others. If something here resonated with your heart, like this video, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment with your reflection. Share your experiences, your victories, and the signs showing that you are on the right path. Together, let's create a community of celebration where we can support each other on our spiritual journeys. And remember, you are not alone. Every step you take, every victory you celebrate, every challenge you face with faith is proof that you are part of something much greater. You are chosen, a beacon of light in this world. So celebrate with confidence, live with purpose, and inspire others to do the same. Thank you for being here, for opening your heart to this message, and for sharing your light. Together we are stronger. Let this be just the beginning of a new era in your life, filled with abundance, purpose, and celebration. You are ready for the revelation. Celebrate today because the best is yet to come.